In this video for OpenBuildings Designer, Connect Edition, HVAC Design course, we'll create a stacked air handling unit with the Air Handling Unit Builder tool. In the previous video, a AHU library was created, so I've got that here in the AHU Builder, and the first thing we'll do is click on the Create AHU tool here. Once we click on that, you'll notice how it gives it this default name of New AHU. For this training course, we'll call this Workset AHU. I'll put a -1 on there. So when I created this, I had this new library selected, so the air handling unit is going into that library. Now we'll go to add the various modules for this particular air handling unit. The first module, I'll choose from the available modules part of the dialog box here. You can see all the various types of modules is a mixing chamber. So here you can drag and drop, or you can double click, and it will be added to that particular level. So when we add a module, notice how we get the preview here, and down here it shows us the width, height, and length. We can adjust that right here. In this case, I'm just changing the length to be 36 inches. You can see how the preview changes there. And then notice down at the bottom part of the dialog box where we can add HVAC connections. So in this part of the dialog box, notice we can choose round or rectangular. In this case, I'm choosing rectangular. For this mixing chamber, I'll have two connections on there. I'll have a fresh air connection on the top, and I'll have a return air connection on the left side of it. So the first thing I'll do is the fresh air connection. So connection type. You can see from the list we have supply, return, exhaust fresh air, or you could set it to none. So I'm choosing fresh air. Notice how there's an accessories. I'm not doing an accessory right now, so we'll leave that at none. And the location will be on the top. And then we have our dimensional aspects of the connection. In my case, the width and depth. I'm using the tab key on my keyboard just to go through these fields where I'm entering this information in. So width 24, depth 24. The top offset will be 24. The side offset, in this case, I'll put 18, and I'll select Add. And then we see in the preview how I've got a fresh air connection now on the top. Now in this AHU builder, you do have options for rotating the display of the preview here. So when I rotate it to the top, then you see what it looks like. Now the top offset and side offset, from the top orientation, that top offset is coming from the edge to the center of the HVAC connection, and then the side offset's coming from the left edge again to the center. So with my width being 48, my top offset 24, I'll get it right in the middle there. My length is 36, my side offset is 18, I'll get it right in the middle. I'll put it back to ISO, and now I'll add a return air connection. So connection type, return. This time it will be on the left. The width and depth will be the same. The top offset 24. Since this is on the side, I'll put the side offset to 24 and select Add. And there you can see the fresh air connection. If we rotate our view to be left, again, you can see how it's located there. My width and height are both 48, so I'm getting it centered right in the left side there. The next module I'll add is an angled filter. So over in my filter modules, again, you can double click here or drag and drop. So there's my angled filter. I'm going to add an access door for the filter to the front of the air handling unit. And so I'll switch this connection type to none, but now I'll choose an accessory access door. It will be on the front, and for my dimensions, I'll set the length to be 18 inches. Again, tabbing with my keyboard. The depth will be 46. And then again, the top offset will be 24 from the top edge, and the side offset, again, from the edge of the angled filter module And in this case, I'll put 12 for that. And I'll select Add. And then you'll see how I have this access store now in that angled filter module. Now I'll add a heating coil. So I'll come to my coil section modules, hydronic heating coil for my design of this air handling unit. I'll leave my width and height as they are there. Notice how now for the coil, it has plumbing connection data over here. First, I'll add an access door for this. So you'll see connection type, I'll set to none. Accessories, access door. Location will be on the front. I'll set the length to 10. The depth will be 46. The top offset 24. And then the side offset I'll set at 14. And I'll hit Add right here. I'm getting an invalid data. Access door depth cannot be greater than the module height. Well, I have a typo right there. I have 416. So let me fix that. 46. And I'll click Add. And again, you can see the access door added in the preview up here. Also for this coil module, I'll add plumbing connections. So I'll have an inlet. This will be on the front. My pipe outside diameter will be 2 inches. The stub length I'll set to 4 inches. And then the top offset I'll set to 6. And the side offset I'll set to 4. And I'll click Add, and you'll see the plumbing connection inlet there. I'll also add an outlet. Now the only thing I'm going to change for the parameters here is the top offset. I'll set at 42 and click Add, and there you can see the outlet here. Next, I'll add a hydronic cooling coil. Double click on it over here, and I'll do the same thing. I'll add an access door on the front. 10 inches, 46 for the length or the depth. Top offset will be 24 and side offset 14, and I'll choose Add for that one. And now I'll go ahead and add inlets. Then I'm going to add another mixing chamber, and then we'll add a new level to the air handling unit to make the stacked air handling unit. Now I'll change the length of the mixing chamber, make it 48. Again, you can see the preview here. Now to add a new level, we select the Add New Level button here. Then you see in the selected modules here how now I have 2 levels for this air handling unit. I'll highlight AHU level 2, and I'm going to add a supply air fan to the second level. So here's my fan modules. I double click on it. Again, you could drag and drop it if you want to. And I'll change the length to be 36. And I'll add a HVAC connection for the supply air. So HVAC connection data, connection type, supply, location. This time it'll be on the right. And it'll be a 24 by 24. Top offset will be 24. And then the side offset, looks like I got a typo on the length there. I'll make it 36, will be 18. And I'll add that, and then you can see the supply connection here. Now, those connections, whether they're HVAC connections or the plumbing connections, I can utilize the placement options when I'm placing ductwork and piping to simply match the size of those connections. So I'm setting it up here in my air handling unit, and when I go to start modeling my ductwork, I'll match the size of that connection. When we look at this from the front, there you see what it looks like. Notice how I'm seeing in these modules 2D symbols on the sides and the top, and that's what I'll see in a drawing when I go to generate drawings, whether I'm creating a plan drawing, so it looks look at it from the top view. These are the symbols I'll see. So my mixing chamber symbol, my filter symbol, etc. on my drawing. And if I were to do a section, I would see those symbols like that. Now to go ahead and save the air handling unit, I'll come up here and hit save. Please wait. Save operation is in progress. And now my unit is saved into the library and ready to be placed. So in the next video, we'll place this air handling unit.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.